Boston Celtics have probably been one of the more surprising teams so far this year. Obviously, going into the year, Jason Tatum's hurt. You get rid of Al Horford, you get rid of Drew Holiday, you get rid of a lot of guys that played a lot of minutes on your team the year prior. And everybody, a lot of people really saw this as a gap year. Maybe not go for like a top 5 pick, but we might see Boston in the lottery, high lottery, low lottery. It was a year where everybody was like, okay, the East is open. East is open. Boston's gone. Indiana's gone. Like, the East is open. But as it stands right now, currently, Boston is 43-22, number 2 in the Eastern Conference, and Jason Tatum is back. Jason Tatum is back, ladies and gentlemen. 10 months after his Achilles tear, he is back, and it's scary. It's scary. It is really, really scary for not only the NBA, but especially the Eastern Conference. Obviously, like I said, they're sitting at number 2 in the conference right now. I think 2 games, what is it? Sitting 3.5 games behind Detroit. 2 games ahead of the Knicks. I mean, they're sitting pretty comfortably at the 2 seed, and they've played so well this year. And Jaylen Brown has been playing at an MVP level. Like, honestly, I think he should be probably top 4, maybe top 3. If we're talking about like most valuable, he's definitely top 3. But we don't really know the precedent for the award. Sometimes it's most valuable, sometimes it's best player on best team, that kind of thing. We don't really know. But Jaylen Brown has been playing really well. Obviously, Derek White, he's always going to be who he is. A dog, can bring the ball up, shoot the ball, shoot the 3. He does his job on a night in, night out basis. Peyton Pritchard has stepped it up. Obviously, he was asked to do a little bit more shot creation, shoot the ball a little bit more with JT out all of this year so far, and he's done a pretty good job. But I think where this team really becomes scary is how well the other guys have played. For example, Nemez Queta. Coming into the season, Boston, they're obviously, aside from Tatum, but their absolute need was center. Probably had one of the weaker center rooms in the entire league. But Nemez Queta has come through this year, and he has been he's been an amazing bright spot for this Boston team. I mean, just being able to rebound the ball, set good screen, and he's definitely like outplayed his value like 100% for sure. Another guy that I was kind of confused on when they first got him, or when they first drafted him, Hugo Gonzalez. Now, obviously, they drafted him in the first round. I had honestly never heard of the kid when they drafted him. Was said to be like a project, that kind of thing. And I was kind of thinking, well, I mean, JT's going to be out for the rest of the year. He can develop, we can see what he is. But, I mean, the way Mazzulla has him playing, he is just like, he runs around the court like a chicken with his head cut off, but in a good way. He defends, he rebounds. He shot the 3-ball okay, a little bit better as of recent. But, I mean, like, he's just like, he's one of my favorite rookies in this class. Like, I just absolutely love just gritty forwards and guards that take on the challenge of guarding the other team's best player, and takes on the challenge of going to get rebounds, and just kind of does his job to the best of his abilities. And he's definitely done that this year in Boston. And Mazzulla's just been able to get the most out of guys that weren't really expected to be much in the league, especially guys, Luka Garza, obviously college national player of the year, but I don't think anybody really thought that his skills would translate to the next level. But Mazzulla, once again, has been able to put him in a spot on this team where he can really thrive in his role. Being a screen guy, being a guy that, gets it at the top of the key, straight into a dribble handoff, screen, being able to roll, being able to pop. That's really been good for them. Him being able to stretch the floor a little bit. Obviously, there's, a little bit to be desired on the defensive end, as he's like a smaller center. But, I mean, at this point, you kind of just, take the hooks with the, what I'm saying? Like, you just take what you can get out of Luka Garza. And, I mean, he's definitely outplayed his value as well. Another guy that's kind of outplayed his value, Baylor Shireman. I think he was in that draft class last year, if I'm not mistaken. He's really come on as of late. Obviously we knew he could shoot. We knew he could shoot the ball. But as of recent, he's bringing the ball up just a little bit. We see a little flash of that. He's been solid on the defensive end in the Cleveland game that they just had. He was guarding James Harden, wasn't doing the best of jobs, but I appreciate him taking on that challenge. I mean, he's just been a sharpshooter for this team, and he gets on the boards as well. I feel like everybody on this team gets on the boards, and I just have to give a lot of credit to Mazzulla for being able to get the most out of the guys that he has on the team. And I mean, even Anthony Simons, he's no longer on this team. He got the most out of him, and they were able to up his value and be able to trade him for Nikola Vucevic, who, as right now he's injured, but once he comes back, this team is just like, I think it can be probably the deepest team rotation wise in the playoffs, just from the aspect of guys that that you can play and actually add value to the playoffs. You're not just putting them in just to rest guys. Like Hugo Gonzalez can play playoff basketball. I think he can play playoff basketball. I think Garza can play playoff basketball. Kata can play playoff basketball. I think a lot of guys in their rotation can play playoff basketball because of Mazzulla and him being able to put them in the right spots and put them in the right roles, so that you don't really see their lower qualities too much. But obviously in a playoff series, everything's different. These guys, these coaches are smart. The players are smart. They'll probably figure something out. But I'm really liking the depth of this Boston team, especially, getting JT back. I mean, that's at the time that it is, when he got back against Dallas, I think 3 games ago. I mean, obviously he started off kind of rough, as you expected, first game back off an Achilles tear. I mean, like, you can imagine what his mental is like. But I mean, he started to ramp it up. I think he ended up with 15, 11, and 9 or something like that. Beyond good stat line for somebody's first game after an Achilles tear. But I mean, when he came back, I think it was about 20 games left in the season, and that's plenty of games for him to get his legs under him. And then, I mean, in that Cleveland game that they just had 2 nights ago, in the Cleveland game they had a couple nights ago, I mean, he looked really, really good getting downhill. I mean, getting to the rim, getting to his midi spots. He looked okay shooting the 3, but in the San Antonio game, I thought he was settling a little bit, and that may be because of San Antonio's physicality, and obviously Wemby's down there. But I mean, even when Wemby wasn't down there, I thought that he could have been a little bit more aggressive, and I would love to see him be more aggressive. He looked really great getting to the rim, but I mean, it's gonna come with time, obviously. Like I said, with this injury, I mean, it's gonna come with a lot of time, a lot of reps. So hopefully he can really start ramping up soon. And I mean, the way that Jaylen Brown is playing, you honestly don't really have to rush it. Like, you really don't have to rush it. Even if Jason Tatum didn't come back, I still really believe in this team to make at least a conference finals run. But now you have JT back, and I mean, it's scary. It's scary, bro. I'm telling you, it's scary. I do want to touch on, the things that people have been saying about Tatum. I mean, I've even seen some people on Twitter talking about, he's trying too hard and he won't get credit for a chip if they win the chip. Bro, he doesn't care about your credit, bro. He doesn't care about your credit. He doesn't care about your respect. You're just some guy tweeting on Twitter. He doesn't care. He cares about the ring on his finger. He cares about having a championship trophy back in Boston. Jason Tatum wants to win basketball games. When did we start hating people for wanting to win basketball games? Why he come back? Why does he come back from his injury and people are trying to say that he's trying to take shine from JB? Why can't they coexist? They've already coexisted and won a championship. What is any different right here? Why does he have to take a back seat in order to win? I think Jason Tatum needs to be him. And whatever him is at the moment, whether, like I said, it's 15, 10, and 9, whether it's, 30, 8, and 6, whatever Jason Tatum can give you as a Boston Celtic fan, coach, whatever he can give you, you should be beyond happy with, because JB is going to come and he's going to do what he's been doing all season. And the only thing Jason Tatum can do is help. He's not going to hurt the team. All he can do is help at the end of the day. And these guys are just trying to win a championship. They're trying to win a championship, and I mean, I just don't get it, man. Like I said in my last video, the band video, if you didn't check it out, make sure you go check that out after this video. We are just in such a weird state as a basketball media, as basketball fans. It's just so much hating going on, and it's weird. It's really, really weird. Like, why can't we just enjoy the game? Why can't we just, why can't we just be happy? Like, why can't we just be happy? But I'm not gonna get into that whole spiel again. I did that in my last video. Like I said, I think we have to give a lot of credit to Missoula once again. Like, just him being able to get the most out of these guys, and like I said, sitting at the 2 seed. I mean, nobody really expected this. I personally, if I had a vote, my vote for Coach of the Year would definitely be. If I had a vote personally, my vote would definitely be Joe Mazzulla for Coach of the Year. I mean, like, nobody expected it. Nobody expected this. Obviously, you can say, you can say Bickerstaff over in Detroit. We expected that. We expected them to be good. You can maybe make a case for Charles Lee and Charlotte, even though they're a below 500 team right now. You can definitely make a case for the coach over in San Antonio. His name is, getting away from me right now, but you can definitely make a case for him as well. You can make a case for Jordan Ott over in Phoenix. But I mean, I just think Joe Mazzulla is the most deserving of that award. Mazzulla ball is definitely real, and we're seeing that in flying colors this year. Like I said, I definitely expect this team to be in the conference finals and maybe even the NBA finals. But y'all let me know what y'all think. How far y'all think this Boston team could go? How do y'all think JT looks so far in his 3 games that he's played this year? If you enjoyed this video, man, make sure you leave a like, sub up, turn them noti bells on. Like I keep saying, man, if you love basketball, this is the place to be. My next video will most likely be a bracket video and, a March Madness sleepers video. So if you like that type of content, sub up, turn them noti bells on. And just wait and see, man. Just wait and see. But I appreciate y'all for tuning in. It's been Corey from Between 94, and I'm out.